All right, I'm pumped because this is one of my favorite groups to pull for Female Friday because the female voices in this group are phenomenal. And it's like hit after hit after hit. I mean, this group never misses. But since he looks puzzled, before we tell him who we chose today, you're at Rope's Got Reactions on Female Friday with your girl Amber.
And your boy Jane. I never know what we have on Female Fridays. You guys send the suggestions in. Mom goes through them. Then she surprises me here. She gets it all set up. I just sit down and listen to some amazing music. Group, you've done before. Amazing voices.
Wait, let me give you your biggest hit. I bet you can get it.
I was going to say Heart.
Heart is a fantastic guess. I love pulling Heart on Female Fridays.
I know, that's what I'm
so I don't blame you for guessing Heart. Think Mountaintop, right? Think like favorite performance, Mountaintop. You mention it all the time.
Chiquita.
Yes, we're listening to ABBA, guys. The song we're checking out today is titled Fernando.
Agnetha and
Anna Fried.
Yes. Yeah. Man. I don't know why that did not click in my head.
It should
I have no idea why it did not, because you do like getting.
I love ABBA because they have the best like upbeat pop sound as well. Like every song that they put out, I have adored.
Yeah, that for some reason did not register in my head. But before we get started, before y'all leave today, make sure you like the video, hit that subscribe button, and turn on that post notification bell so you never miss a video. Y'all send suggestions. We give the people what they want. Mom gives y'all what you want on Friday.
It's about us.
What is it? ABBA, Fernando. Let's check it out.
Can you hear the drums, Fernando? I remember long ago another starry night like this. In the firelight, Fernando, you were humming to yourself and softly strumming your guitar. I could hear the distant drums and sounds of bugle calls were coming from afar. They were close now, Fernando. Every hour, every minute seemed to last eternally. I was so afraid, Fernando. We were young and full of life, and none of us prepared to die. And I'm not ashamed to say the roar of guns and cannons almost made me cry. There was something in the air that night. The stars were bright, Fernando. They were shining there for you and me, for liberty, Fernando. Though we never thought that we could lose, there's no regret. If I had to do the same again, I would, my friend Fernando. If I had to do the same again, I would, my friend Fernando.
They just don't do it like this anymore. Like in this, the 20th century, like 2024.
You mean you don't find voices like Agnetha
like
and Anna Fried?
You just don't find this like. I'm sure there's people out there with amazing, great voices, but I'm saying like it's like groups like this.
No,
overall.
How well done ABBA is. I mean, especially because we pull them a lot for Female Friday. I feel like focus so much on their voices because their voices are phenomenal. They're out of this world. They have such control over them, and they sing in such a tone that we're really not used to before ABBA. I feel like you get that strictly here, those voices. But then also what's so amazing is that you can't just have hits off of vocals. It has to be everything around them. And every song that they have is so well composed and so much fun. The way they put things together, they know how to like hook, line, sinker. They get you, they keep you, and then at the end you're kind of just like in awe. Like, what did I just watch? And this is another one of those. I mean, I love how we started off a bit somber, telling the story. It sounded like we had some military drums. And then we go into this chorus, and it feels a little bit more upbeat because they start to talk about the stars. that's what gave them hope.
Right.
It shined so bright for them that night. So I love that we get the transitions and we get the switches and all the instruments that ABBA finds a way to incorporate and make sound just as beautiful as the women's voices.
And I'm glad you said hook, line, singer, because every time an ABBA video starts, like I'm glued in. We talk about like Pink Floyd, like they're trippy, like that's an experience. Like, but ABBA themselves, like listening to them is an experience as well, because we I mean, even on this channel, we haven't heard any other groups like ABBA.
No, they're phenomenal. And it's also funny, I feel like we always get the very beautiful side profile of the women. Like one's facing this way, like one's looking at this door and like, I got your back, baby. I'm looking at the other door, like every single time. But it works. They got beautiful profiles.
Let's get back.
Now we're old and brave, Fernando. Since many years I haven't seen a rifle in your hand. Can you hear the drums, Fernando? Do you still recall the fateful night we crossed the Rio Grande? I can see it in your eyes, how proud you were to fight for freedom in this land. There was something in the air that night. The stars were bright, Fernando. They were shining there for you and me, for liberty, Fernando. Though we never thought that we could lose, there's no regret. If I had to do the same again, I would, my friend. There was something in the air that night. The stars were bright, Fernando. They were shining there for you and me, for liberty, Fernando. Though we never thought that we could lose, there's no regret. If I had to do the same again, I would, my friend Fernando. Yes, if I had to do the same again, I would, my friend Fernando. If I had to do the same again, I would, my friend Fernando.
It took me until they sang that second half of the song to like really grasp it, and then it made me smile because at the beginning, how it had the military drums, and then they were talking to each other about the time they spent. He said, the time, I don't see a rifle in your hand this time since you've been here. I remember when we crossed the Rio Grande.
You're talking about an old friend.
Yeah, but the stars were shining up that night for you and me, and for liberty. These were military men. He said they crossed the Rio Grande, so they were sharing. These old friends were like sharing this story. So I think once you also grasp the concept with those beautiful voices and the beautiful instruments around you, it just kind of made you smile.
And then to compliment them even more, like I talk about like people or groups that like voices can make one beautiful voice. We talk about the Bee Gees. I mean, those three guys, all three voices make one beautiful voice. These two women here, their two voices together mesh and make this one beautiful angelic voice, and it's just absolutely amazing. So thank you guys so much for that suggestion. But as we always send you guys out of here, we love you, we thank you, we appreciate you. Remember, every day that you wake up, it is a blessing and that you are blessed. And for your new family members, to hit that subscribe button down below. We welcome you guys to the RSR family, but you have a goal every day just like we do. Let them know, Mom.
All right, guys, all you have to do is simply go out in this world and make somebody smile.
We love you guys. Till next time, we'll see y'all later.